conspiracy theory. No. The last a year or kind, ubia was not from now institutional memory. We say enyentro. Last one or kind by way of say enne. Women access to our food staples. Meboa, yes. I was one of those, journalists that you crusade. I don't remember when. One day bill be called Parliament, the Plant Breathers Bill. So bill was for Ghana's Parliament. At that time, your current speaker, Right Honorable Speaker Alban Kingsford Bagby, he was the committee chairman. As a committee, they are not person me and say, "Be pass it." Bill noa ebe mom access me yetimi aden akontam
21st clinic say eba sciatica
na te say apple ana say pear na ye de ntefre bi DNA na ye de awo say aduane no na ya dane aduane what be da abrofo we be ye we e de amaye o Ghana's Parliament later cry me kote ye no ye see hey Ghana's Parliament sikebi allegation kese pass sikebi cry exchange hands. And group way on Bayer Sadway, you're from the Monsantos, one more North America. Check the records. Check the records. And it's the same way you can. And your conspiracy theories, it's real. One more bagana has said, one more baba sister, you knew and no. Na meba say ya wo ye fufuo ya wo fufuo kama nam de daswa ye guswo apesie bi ne ya boa kontomre twitwa ye ne kama o. What see there be contaminants? See, I none on fa and more be DNA infrafra. And also, I say, the Plant Breathers Bill. Some over Kaya. And to qua ye born wa Ghana, I was our parliament one, then yasam kitwell, the Monsantos, or by Ghana. Now I'm asking you the question blueprint bang and a brofwe woma yen Africa. Is it a good way? Again, the question remains. Are African leadership aware? Aid to Africa plus funds, which attract little interest rate, are all parts of the invisible blueprint to secure Africa to their interests. Shadio. When we say ene Africa, sika hudo fifi amanoni bebre neba, ebi fi America, ebi fi France, ebi fi London, ebi fi China, and eba Africa. Na sika no omudi ba no, most of them equity zero interest. Into African leadership, no, enya jise sika neba. But do you know, import at botaya, etaye chile, emen to omudi sika no eba Africa. African leaders, mo ya aware, including Ghana, leadership are more Ghana, mo ya aware. Chinese government si wo me sika. Yemfa nkoye event saying ka kwan yo. Yemfa nkoye we nkoye. Then later, yebemom access to the box side. Do we know? Later, it's almost everywhere in Africa. The Chinese government, interest bang and a best serve rather than us as black people. Take a listen to this. Most of them, high horse, and they are chasing African continent to have it to their bosom. Leadership and more Africa. Wake up, beware, and be smart. Take a listen to this. Africa is under attack by rogues, lions. By rogue lions. Not just Africa, no. Bonia, one more AD or Africa. And of course, all right. All right, in the sense is there, who the African names is here. Now, in this technological world here, this super digital revolution world, the whole continent in here, baby, a choco. Africa pe and aka, what the resources remain, the gold and all the mineral deposit, the cobalt and the rest. Of course, one cannot doubt all of the above, as long as the evidence is very glaring. And today, if you read Western declassified materials, you cannot be skeptic over how Africans were ostensibly used by the Western intelligence agencies and the British intelligence agencies to malign their nationalistic interests for a longer period. Yes. And Ghana speaks a bit bricky, so declassify CB de Abreu. The CIA, Western Intelligence Agency for Africa for you see Ghana ha ewaha uko all over Africa. Ya planted Western intelligence for they used us against our own nationalistic interests. Can you imagine? ABSR document in so Ghana for enche. Except that history has been distorted, largely. But since one can say a use microphone and declassify, I need to read it for us to listen and know. Not one can say use the plot to coups. Now the question remains finally said. We should ask, where do they want to plant Africa going forward? Says here, him from one person planting Africa. Are they going to help Africa economically to stand? Are they going to ensure political stability, or they are rather going to ensure instability on the African continent? Which one? On the blueprint of the New World Order, a day non person to secure Africa. Is it economic booming or political instability? Your guess is as good as mine. Watch this. YouTube for the moon, but watch this. This is what you need to know. Say, one more plan, one more edema African, and a washino. Most often, their plans towards Africa is all about say they are looking forward to their being instability. Now Nanuya and Tokwasi wo Guinea, ye two Guinea buying. How many Africa nkro ahodo was saying and the coup jita esi honum a ye tutu abayego. How many? Quite research. When we be echo. Yes. Africa and yet part of the agenda no a new revolutionary world no. They will place us in between coup d'etats, destabilizing government, no mudi sikaba. Sika no mudi bani na answer no. Ye de baba ji ye num nyam near Tamiasas no near the ako enche. The Chinese government will build a lot of spaces be many African countries, and they'll bring their police also here. Baby anyoma ikone this has been Ghana Speaks, brought to you by Ruta Natural Products. Kopedroni benom na nyoma entimin ko ye na yare so influence. I am Kweku Annan, and this has been Ghana Speaks. I promise. start now, and tonight we'll settle this debate over whether or not said the church should pay tax on tithe. And now to say ma umuntia tax ewa tithe ho. Ebiom ye hwekra say tithe, which we all know is a spiritual exercise. Of course, one of the sacred exercise in the holy books, and of course in today's church is also being practiced. However, the question remains, should the church be made to pay tax on the tithe? Now, Shadia, Mrs. Oware, asemo de kotu edwai. Asemo pese no so me pono ho kakra edema metiefo na mohwe. Ade a maami ka se. And sorry mako 3,000 muna mo default in tax. Ne yede koye ensori aden nante yemfa nkoye companies, factories. Hwe all over. Ghana kuta saying 16 regional capitals. Sa regional capital ko Kumasi, ko Western region, ko Central region, ko Ashanti region, ko Northern region, ko Pais region, ko Volta region. Major principal street na is flooded by what? Hawkers. And then Accra, hawkers on the street of Accra has doubled. The anyone say every 4 years we exploit these hawkers. So politicians, NDC, any MPP, ni exploit them. Now no ba kubi share me wo Jowlu Junction ho. O hwe program we pose Kweku. MPP for exploit you. Na wa bo politician bi di. Minua pa do no boni di enye yi. Kwabna udin ne boy. So be promise so mo do mbeko police, mo do mbeko ha na mo ye o say eni na sefo. Why can't we create factories so? Or maybe policies and programs a ye adwuma no. Unko hu nipa say share the streets of Accra. Share Jowlu Junction. Sa between Jowlu Junction traffic ni mu e de koso hwe nipa wonu mu gu ho hwe La Paz traffic light kesi yase ko osu tese wodwen ho wonti ase sa nipa we nya no can add up to the Ghana labor force so ema Ghana economy etumi shoot up there be hwe the way is reduce omotu, and the politicians in this country can exploit them. Bet your coin say every 4 years and they will succeed with them. What are we doing to ourselves? Omanya emra enye adwuma. Omanya emra no ho nanso state agencies bi si yemfa enye adwuma wo. Enti politicians no exploit here no. Then the church, which is the last resort, are also exploiting the people. Yede create in sorry 3,000 year mami ka ho asemi. Just a subset of a whole churches we have in. I don't know. Minim in sorry do e wo Ghana. But I can bet without doubt to say, and sorry I wo Ghana no a door switching factories in this country. And of course, in sorry be cry na e wo hosesiana na ye factories so any agege ne de ye sorry. Now me ntiase adenti and a sorry ye to collection also for no de ye den ontua tax wo ho ebiom ye sign so edit tithe emma sa sorry no ontua ho tax. And most of them are running television stations. So, and nobody here preaching. Oh, yeah. Then they switch into main commercial like Netu. Yeah. Make us say Netu. NCFO nim say, yeah, running business. And most of these churches in the is being, most of these TV stations, majority of the stations in Ghana is being owned by the church. Meboa, anoche, Brabeka Chem say Meboa. Most of TV stations here in this country are not owned by the corporate world. It's been owned by the churches. And I'm with the business. And I must say, no, you're taxing when you're here. Now here, Mr. Sowari, pull the sword. I read, or say, the Registrar General, Mrs. Jemima Mama Oware, has warned that her department will soon strike out over 3,000 churches from its register. Just say, you free register. You must free register. It means you cannot hold yourself as a church. You bet more. Now, I'll say this is due to their churches' failure to file their annual returns to the Registrar General's Department. Speaking at a stakeholders' engagement by the Kingdom Equipped Networks on the New Companies Act 2019, Mrs. Oware gave the churches an ultimatum and pleaded with all churches to do well to meet their requirements, since it will take them only a court order to get them back on the register, which means comes with other conditions. the war patch and say moon sorry see a tremua muntimi hold him on biom this sorry no muko court na court reinstate him. Can you imagine? Now we'll do well to get this register near sorry or and we'll break the news to you how many of the church and then it's a to your tax. What they are now my position on whether or not the church should still consider say tithing a spiritual exercise, a sacred one, and of course as I see it here edemason may say no nebritrim. Now no tithing for Christians, and I read at no time where first century Christians commanded to pay tithes. The primary purpose of the tithing arrangement under the law had been to support Israel's temple and priesthood. Consequently, the obligation to pay tithe would cease when that Mosaic law covenant came to an end as fulfilled through Christ's death on the torture stake. And I quote the scripture, Ephesians 2:15, Colossians 2:13. It is true that Levitical priests, Tiha underline, Levitical priests continued serving at the temple in Jerusalem until it was destroyed in 70 CE. 70 CE. Take note. But Christians from and after 33 CE, after 33 CE, became part of a new spiritual priesthood that was not supported by tithe. And that is Romans chapter 6 verse 14, Hebrews chapter 7 verse 12, 1 Peter 2:9. Check there. As Christians, they were encouraged to give support to the Christian ministry both by their own ministerial activity and by material contributions, instead of giving fixed specified amount to defray congregation. Now, shaho, so that Ose, okay, hands Ose, and so they will be rich, and he became poor for your sake, so that ye might become rich, and through his poverty. And in this I give my opinion. This is for your benefit, seeing that already a year ago you not only initiated the action but also showed your desire to do it. So now also complete what you started to do, so that your readiness to act may be completed according to means you have available. For if the readiness is there first, it is especially acceptable according to what a person has, not according to what a person does not have. For I do not make it easy for others, but difficult for you. But that's by means of an equalizing. Your surplus at the present time might offset their need, so that their surplus might also offset what? Become yours. I am your portion and your inheritance in the midst of the Israelites. Now see that I have given to the sons of Levi every 10th part in Israel as an inheritance in return for the service they are carrying out. Wait, let's say, Ebra ye chiche, mamin chiche mu kakra na me ye chiche and sasono. The 144 tribe of Israel no ye chiche and saseno ni na kowie se enipakuo kakra bia na ye from the Levites no womo asase ni ye nya bi. Okay, and almost omo do mbeko into the priesthood, ye kwaya sofo, ye beka nyame asem, ye bebo mpaya me the rest no. And she sharing na kowie se enya muma the rest no enye entutusuo du yenye collection no yenye bibi kakra. Eno ne ye friend say entutusuo dudu anase contribution no yenjeje ye jeje wi a ne yemfema Levite for no, because Levite for no ejira ho say wonum bebo mpaye ama the rest. Asemini nani, the whole head and tail of Titan, and me breaking it simple. Many times I could have go deeper, but that's it. Nobody can challenge this. Now here comes that way onyankopon e di besi ho for a purpose. Purpose no di besi ho no. And then I am asking The Christian church, where are the Levites? Why do you still think we should continue taking the tithe? Why? Why? Now, enima bebre o ma wo hwa onyankopon woni nyanse mu no oyeni na for a purpose. Wo kai Bible no bebre o say na o ma mana etoye. My question is that the whole formation of the Christian church has not changed. However, why is it that today's Christian church, God is not asking or God is not making manna to fall? The India. I didn't know my manna for. I didn't know Munko and say manna no we jai one manna and talk. And you may be brewing on Beshisha Bible man. It was for a purpose. It was not for continuation. I saw for no sorry up. And the wunti our tight into na way yare. Wunti our tight into na bane yare. Wunti our tight into the way do man say ye. Wunti our tight into the wawari go. We are truthful akofifo. Stop this. The church. It is a lie that nothing, God is not interested in anybody's money in order to make you rich. Who told you? Why they can't search them more? And I think I need to set this record straight. It's a lie, it's a palpable false, has no bearings and no spiritual connotation to say God is punishing somebody because we're in tithe. That's a lie. That is a lie. And I challenge any man of God. Come and tell me, Obi and Tiane Taita. Let us say God is going to punish that person. That's a lie. What they say, who way, any, sa idea way they are shini pakon for a long time. Give the people practically preaching. Give them practical preaching. Tell them what is making their work not to progress. Tell them why na warrior ego. Tell them why ne fear aya basa basa. Men fan kwasha tight na mu mepo and you musika. Midiwe no say the Levites themselves are to carry out the service of the tent of meeting, and they are the ones who would answer for their error. Did you hear that? Now I'll say it is a lasting statute during all your generations that they should not take possession of an inheritance among the Israelites. Or say, for I have given to the Levites as an inheritance the 10th part contribution by the people of Israel, which they would contribute to one Jehovah. That is why I have said to them in the midst of the Israelites.